Hello, people. This is Pop 74 underscore. Sitting on the porch here, thinking, talking, man, about life, some history thing. Like I said, the stories I'm telling will be chronological, you know what I mean? So hopefully you'll be able to listen to some of them. You listen to one and go link to another phase in time in my life, and in history in itself, you know what I mean? In America, you know what I mean? From the time I was born in 1949, man. And by the time I come to start being aware of things that I could think back, probably about, you know, time before I went to school, probably 5 or 6 then, you know what I mean? Some things happened back there that I could kind of remember without just making it up, you know what I mean? Something. So thank God, you know what I mean, that this telling this his story, I was thinking to myself, I said, Celine, you know, happen if it happened to be that you might get Alzheimer's or something, shit. At least, when your people be trying to, bring your memory back and let you listen to a video of yourself talking, that might spark you back from Alzheimer's situation. Hey, Pop 74 underscore. You know what I mean? You know, it's, I was thinking too and said, you know what I mean? I'm doing videos of the stories, but I, started want to do a video called A Rant and Rage. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because everything about situations is in opinions or how you feel about something. You know what I mean? I don't want to get political, which I do. I listen to the news. You know what I mean? Like I say, went to my mother with my mother, man, my key brothers and sisters, to vote when we got the right to vote as black folks. You know what I mean? And so, but then I was a barber. You know what I mean? Had went to barber school. You know what I mean? After I had got out the Navy, because I was a barber there. But when you check back the other stories, you'll link it, see. And they said in barber school, say 2 or 3 things that you don't talk about as a barber to be able to have a good rapport with your customers. You know what I mean? And say religion, politics, and probably about sex or something. You know what I mean? 3 things you don't talk to your converse with your customer on your job, off the job or whatever. There's different opinions. So what I mean. So I fear some of those situations. You know what I mean, and just in rant and rage. You know what I mean, because I'll be hearing a lot of things in politics that what I mean don't even feel to make sense, Democrat or Republican. You know what I mean? I was, you know, followed to be Republican up until the time that I feel like I ain't even voting for neither one of them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I asked a Republican guy. I was at the house at the doctor's office, and he came in, speaking about, yeah, Donald Trump, you know what I mean, we didn't do this and set them all back, you know what I mean? I asked him, I said, as he sat down, I said, damn, I'm gonna have a decent conversation here with this Republican guy, you know what I mean? And so I sat down and, you know what I mean, I just went right into him, you know what I mean? Asking him questions, you know what I mean? Said, you know what I mean, you a Trump fan. He said, yeah, Trump fan, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? All the rhetoric, you know what I mean, about the send him back, the fake media, And I ask a question, I said, now, do you eat vegetables? He said, yeah, yeah. I said, what kind of vegetables you like? And he's naming what kind of vegetables he like, right? And so I said, well, shit. You said you want to send foreign alien Mexicans back. If you send them all back, who you think gonna be down there picking all them fruits and lemons and cabbages and stuff down there, and all ways being grown, and cherry trees and shit. Who gonna do that work, huh? He looking at me like, I was trying to think in his mind, yeah, I'm black, but I'm a free black. You know what I mean? Don't be looking at me like y'all black folks. You know what I mean? Because you a Republican. Who you think gonna do that work? Some Republicans? Hell no. You mean? And don't look at me because I be damn if me or any of my folks gonna be out there because the pay ain't right. Shit. And the work remind us of slavery. Shit. We don't own the land. We ain't doing this for ourselves, producing it, all except the Black Farmers Organization. I want to give a shout out for the Black Farmers Organization. I mean, of this time, you know what I mean? So, he couldn't answer the question because anything he would say, he'd say, well, what? I said, and I threw him something. I said, well, oh, yeah, Trump did give a big tax break, though, right? So, everybody got a tax break. He said, yeah, tax break. I said, but that was only to about the 1% of rich motherfuckers. I said, it didn't benefit you or my poor ass. I just left him alone and we're in the doctor's office. I just want to, engage. You see, man. You know, and so yeah, me. But that's one of the things go into. You know what I mean? Because as me as a black man, I don't be trying to feel like any of that fight is for me. Now I can see the dollar signs of what I'm gonna get and do. You know what I mean? Out of it, shit. Because we would take it like Frederick Douglass said. You know what I mean? In our situation and this day and time, and even back when Frederick Douglass was alive. Got the Frederick Douglass book right here. We read Frederick Douglass. It's Frederick Douglass right there. Oh, they get this book, chronological story of Frederick Douglass. The narration of the life of Frederick Douglass and other works. Frederick Douglass said, in our situation for us to look at things, you're going to have an obstacle, period. Don't even look at it that it ain't going to be no obstacle. So if it's an obstacle there, what you don't look at is the obstacle. You look at the different ways you could think to be able to go around, over, top, under the obstacle. You know what I mean? So every point in time of your life, as you marching through here as a black man or woman, you're going to have obstacles. So don't even look at, the obstacle, this is problem. No, F that. Like Frederick Douglass said, and if he could say that back then, so it ain't no lie. You think he was capping? Shit. He broke out of slavery. So the way you gonna get out of there is don't be looking at no obstacle as an obstacle. It's the same obstacles. That's give you a set warning to start preparing yourself to how to get around it, under it, over it. Slip through where the white folks slide through. You know what I mean? Yeah, I said this was gonna be my rant and rage talk. You know what I mean? My feelings to get something out. Maybe I've been holding in. Anyway, I hope it helps somebody and maybe be enjoyable to somebody because life ain't no joke. It ain't all motherfucking funny. You know what I mean? It's real. You know what I mean? So this is Pop74 underscore. To the first frequency owner, the first thought idea, the maker, owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. That lesson comes from the Nation of Islam. If y'all have ever, anyone who have accepted the Nation of Islam in the time that you have been born, even knowing about Farrakhan and Malcolm X, if somebody you know that say that they was a Muslim, and you ask them, you know what I mean, do you know this lesson? They might say they do, but if they can't tell you, ask them what's the first lesson. You know what I mean? And that's what the first lesson is. The Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. You know? So that's what that lesson is. I said what that is. Because I'm a FOI, a former FOI, a still established FOI. I tell you all about my times as a FOI in the Nation of Islam. But way back when Elijah Muhammad was alive. One.